guys, it's Jessii Vee. And today's video is another one on creepy technology, specifically the Game Boy. I love doing these kinds of videos because first of all, it creeps me out. I know it creeps you guys out because we all use technology every single day. We all have different devices that we use. So prepare to be spooked once again. Before I get started though, I just want to give you another reminder that I'm doing a in-person meet and greet on August 5th. It's going to be at my Peculiar Place store in Orangeville, Ontario, Canada. I'm gonna have a link down below in the description. If you click on it, it will give you the address, all the information you need. It's a completely free meet and greet, but if you do decide to come, I would ask that you please, if you can, bring a non-perishable food item for our food drive. That's kind of like your admission in, if you will. But I have my 2 meet and greet times on the screen here. That's when I will be here, but the store will be open all day until I think about 6 p.m. So you can really come anytime you'd like to check out the store. But yeah, I really hope to see you. And once again, information on the meet and greet is down below in the description. Another thing I want to let you guys know is my sister has this beautiful new line of items on our merch website. I always love the items that Mandy has because they're very outdoorsy, travel oriented, very like nature oriented as well. So she has this beautiful mountain tea light screen. She has glass mountain wind chimes. She has desk and wall blocks, and she has LED wooden signs. These are all very outdoorsy. So if you like that kind of thing, I'll put a link down below in the description for you. All right, so without further ado, let's get right into today's video talking about the creepy Game Boy cameras. The Game Boy camera was seen as a revolutionary piece of technology when it first hit the shelves in 1998. The idea that you could take real pictures with your Game Boy and print them if you wanted to was just unthinkable at the time. And while I did have a Game Boy when I was younger, I didn't have this version. I believe I had the Game Boy Advance. It was this beautiful blue one that I had. It was like a blue metallic. I'll show you a picture. But yeah, I was too young when this specific version came out. I believe I was about 5 years old. But people went crazy when this came out. Kids rushed to the stores to buy what was called the world's smallest digital camera, and this was to go with their Game Boy Color, and they were just completely unaware of what they were getting into. Now, if any of you owned one of these, please comment down below. I would love to know. I know I have a wide audience of people who watch me, very different age groups. Some are older than me, some are younger than me, and so I would love to know if you ever owned this, or maybe you own it currently. So the game came with several mini games along with the picture editing software. You could even play a Space Invaders type game with pictures that you took to be your final boss, which is really interesting. The only thing was the pictures were very pixelated, and sometimes you couldn't even really tell what something was. Here are some examples. There's just something sort of sinister about looking at them. They more look like shadows and things that seem familiar, but you're not really sure what they are. And the main menu of the game had the option shoot, view, and play. And if you chose the shoot button, it would take you to another screen with the options shoot, items, magic, and run. And here's where things got a little weird. If you then selected the run button, a strangely distorted face would just appear on the screen. Now guys, I know I do a lot of creepypastas on this channel, but what I'm talking about right now is shockingly completely real. And I'm just so shocked that they actually showed these images to kids. The faces appear to be doodled on with fake hair, lips, eyebrows, and eyes drawn over someone. There's a man with waves on his forehead, a girl with a star on her forehead with crazy hair and her finger up to her mouth. There's someone else with fake pigtails and a flower growing out of their head. There's 2 men with similar things, and one of them has like jigsaw spirals on his cheeks. And I mean, like, do you see how strange this is? Like, could they have made scarier images to show? I don't think so. Like, why not show something cuter or maybe like funny? Unless they thought this would be funny, but it definitely was not taken that way. And what's even more sinister is the text above these images says, "What are you running from?" It's so creepy. Like, I could picture myself running away from these things in my nightmares or something. And there was this rumor going around that these images were a result of a kidnapping that was done by a strange cult, hence why they all have weird symbols on their foreheads and on their faces. But I'm sure that part is made up. I think someone just wanted to give them a scary origin story to sort of explain why they were made. I even read some comments from people saying that they were missing people from the 90s. So it's definitely creepy when you hear it from that angle as well. But even if it was just like Game Boy creating this game and thinking they were funny images, that's weird because they're not funny, they're scary. Okay, and because I was talking about the Game Boy in this video, I wanted to talk about Lavender Town syndrome. Now this one is a very old and very well-known creepypasta. I feel like most of you watching have probably heard about it before. If you have, comment the purple heart emoji. But yeah, I just figured since we were on this topic, I may as well cover it. So the Lavender Town syndrome was an illness of children between the ages of 7 to 12, I believe. And this was shortly after the release of Pokemon Red and Green in Japan back in February 27th of 1996. That was the year my sister was born, so that's kind of creepy. Rumors say that these illnesses only occurred after the children playing the game reached Lavender Town, whose theme music had extremely high frequencies that studies showed that only children and young teens can hear since their ears are more sensitive. And due to the lavender tone, at least 200 children died by their own hand, and many more developed illnesses and afflictions. The most common thing that would happen is they would hear this music and then they would jump from a great height, which is awful, obviously. And those who didn't act irrationally complained of having horrible headaches after getting to this part of the game. And although Lavender Town now sounds differently depending on the game, this mass hysteria was caused by the first Pokemon game released. And after the Lavender Tone incident, the programmers had fixed Lavender Town's theme music to be at a lower frequency. And since then, apparently children were no longer affected by it. Now, while this is just a creepy legend, and I don't necessarily believe that this actually ever happened, I do know the music is really creepy because I have heard it before. But don't worry, I'm not gonna show it to you in this video. I know a lot of people are superstitious and wouldn't want to hear it just in case, and I get you, I understand. But I really did just want to talk about this. I never had this game as a kid. Apparently Ty has, and nothing bad ever happened to him. He's okay. But yeah, if you guys like me doing videos on like old games or like technology and stuff, give this video a thumbs up and let me know. This stuff is just so fascinating to me. I also just want to let you guys know that my videos are going to be a bit more drawn out towards the end of the month. I'm not going to be posting as much because I am getting my wisdom teeth out, so I'm going to need probably like a 10-day break. I do have 1 or 2 videos going up while I'm away, but just in case you're like, where's Jessii? That's why. I'm gonna be looking like a puffy bunny rabbit for a while. Anyways, guys, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!